All right, so now that we finished up um, 6 all the stuff from chapter 6, the leftovers, we're going to get into unit 7. So unit 7 is about pulling together everything we've learned through the series of math classes we've taken. So from math 1 all the way up through math 3. So this is called, we're going to be studying all of the different functions. So that includes linear and exponential, which we did in math 1, quadratic, which we did in math 2, polynomial, rational, radical, absolute value, logarithmic, and trigonometric, which we did this year. So we're going to put all those together. And remember, we've already talked about parent functions and the fact that they're function families and all that stuff. So this lesson is just a quick, most of it is just a quick reminder of things we've already done, but it's been a while. And really, we haven't been able to do it at this level because we didn't have all the information. So if you take a look at our first chart, what you're going to be doing in this is you're just trying to match. So you have the, over here you have all of the different types of functions in algebraic gibberish. And over here you have the words. And so you're going to match the word to the gibberish. So for example, number 1 says linear. And which one does that match? That would be, of course, match part C. Part C, because it's y equals mx plus b. And so that's what you're doing. Go ahead and pause the video and match all of these to their functions. Okay, so you can see the answers here written. We've got exponential being g, y equals a times b to the x. So it's exponential because the exponent is a variable. We've got our quadratic, y equals ax squared, ax squared bx plus c, general form, our polynomial. And this is probably the weirdest one to match because that notation is so crazy when you're looking here at h. But notice there's exponents, which are not, I know that n looks like a variable, but n is a number, so that's not a variable. So if you match that with exponential, I understand why. Rational is, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. Rational, excuse me, rational is a fraction, so there it is. Absolute value is right there at a. Logarithmic is our log. Trigonometric is sine and cosine. Notice they wrote all 3 of them here. We just finished that. They feel like we're not as comfortable, so they gave us all 3. And we've got our radical, which was I, which is the square roots. So, you know, no big deal, matching. So we're moving on to our next page. And we also know that there are the ways everything looks. So the last matching was about what the equations look like. Now we're going to look at the pictures. So we're doing the exact same thing, but instead of, we're going to be matching our pictures to words. So the way this is set up is a little bit different. So we've got our pictures over here, same pictures. These pictures do not represent the same words, so they're not in the same order. And so we've got linear, etc. And I'm going to skip that one. It's an easy one. And I'd like to talk to you about the difference between a logarithmic function and a radical function. So picture A as a radical function. Notice that it has a starting point here at 0, 0. It starts right here and then grows. Versus h, which is our logarithmic function, which has an asymptote instead of a starting point. So we've got our asymptote here at y equals 0, and you can tell it's an asymptote because it's the line's getting hugged close here and then it's growing. Those two look very similar and can be very easily confused. So I wanted to do those two, but the rest of this you're just going to match the rest of the words to the picture. So go ahead and pause the video again and do that matching. All right, so we have the answers here. So linear is our line F, exponential is our growth curve. See how it's crossing right here and growing. Notice it looks like the flip of the log, so D right here, and the flip of the log. We've got our quadratic. I hope you didn't have any trouble with that, our U-shaped curve. Our polynomial with multiple roots. Our rational equation with multiple asymptotes. Our absolute value equation with its a V shape. We already did the logarithmic. Our trigonometric, which was a wave, and I really hope you didn't have trouble with that because we just finished our trigonometric unit. So that is the matching part of the exercise. No big deal. I hope that it wasn't hard for you. And we're going to move on in our next video to what we're going to be doing for the next 2 days. Seriously?